How's it going, people? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right again this evening as always. So then guys, I did take a few days off this week. I just thought I'd recharge. I was quite under the weather over the weekend, so I thought I'd just take a few days in order to get fully better, and I'm fully better now, so I thought I'd jump on and let's basically just start with the build up to the West Ham game on Saturday. It's going to be a big game for Leeds. I mean, are we going to pick up our first win of the season? I really hope so. It is going to be a tough ask though, because West Ham are a top quality side and they've started off very well. They did lose against Man United in their last game, but only very narrowly. I felt they competed well in that game, and I think they've had a really good start to this season. For this week's opposition focus, guys, we are joined by Corey Kemp from the West Ham Way. You may also know him as a regular on Joe Wayman's JustJoe Football Show for Before the Whistle Blows. You may have also seen him on there. Top lad, and really do appreciate him helping me out on this upload, guys. He's just going to be talking about all things West Ham, his thoughts on Leeds overall, and a cheeky little prediction as well. But just before we hand over to Corey, guys, as always, smash that like button, please subscribe and share your thoughts and opinions on everything Corey talks about in the comment section. And it's over to you, Corey.
Let's talk about West Ham. This is why you're here. You want to know all about our season and what we've been up to, the starting 11, and in particular, the tactical nuances of a West Ham side. Now, obviously, West Ham have gone under a massive transformation since David Moyes has come in. We finished 6th last season, 2 points off the Champions League, and we've started the season relatively well. I think what's really impressed me, particularly with Moyes, is the development of the squad. We flitted between systems. We played a back five last year, in particular, looked to really utilise those counter-attacks, moved to the 4-2-3-1 in terms of squeezing midfields, and we got a lot of results from that. I think this season West Ham have been more progressive. Our defensive line's a lot higher. See the addition of Kurt Zouma. It's allowing us to play in that way, but I've just watched West Ham beat Manchester United, so I'm sure a few Leeds fans will be happy tonight. We're even really and truthfully playing like that, even with different personnel in the side, and we're getting the fullbacks forward, and we're overloading wide areas and central areas. And I think versatility is a massive part of this West Ham team. You look at the squad that David Moyes is really working with. You're looking at players that don't necessarily fit the mould of number 9, for example. We've played with Jared Bowen up there tonight. Vlasic just played false line as well. So we're constantly adapting and changing, but they're very well versed in terms of that final third play, and it's really benefited us. Now, in terms of what Leeds have been through this season, I'm a big fan of Leeds. I'm a big fan of Marcelo Bielsa, but the truth is, I think the intensity of the press has dwindled slightly. I thought you were impressive against Newcastle, using your number 8s to really overload the box. I think it works against sides that sit back and allow you to build the play, in particular from Calvin Phillips. And I think in this game, particularly with the way that West Ham have really transitioned into this side that want to press, that want to squeeze midfields, that want to create turnovers, I wonder whether that causes you a few issues. Calvin Phillips is a fantastic defensive midfielder, but if he's up against Rice and Souček, who were rested again tonight, they've had a week's rest on top of that. You introduce Benrahma, who's had a week's rest. Mikel Antonio is going to come into the side. I just wonder whether West Ham, whether it's sitting slightly deeper or trying to press a little bit higher, are going to cause you issues. And defensively, in particular with Leeds, I think the man-to-man marking system works if your press is on point. Now, West Ham, without Mikel Antonio player, like the way he is, the hold-up play, the dynamism, getting him beyond. I don't feel that. Again, we talk about centre-backs. West Ham now have got Zouma and Ogbonna, and you look at Leeds. Aylin's played there, Liam Cooper's played there. With the man marking, with that type of personnel, I don't feel that they can go with. I don't think they can deal with West Ham's attacking play, because Mickey will hold the ball up and Benrahma, Bowen and Fornals will get him beyond. And I just feel that overloading Leeds in that way and squeezing your midfield and winning the ball high is going to hurt you more than West Ham have hurt you previously. We see in the past 2 games in particular, West Ham have sat deep and we've been content with that. We've really utilised the set pieces, which of course you're poor from. So I think that dynamic in terms of the game has changed, but you can never really write off Leeds. I think obviously West Ham have shown a really strong mentality this year in the cup competitions, in the Europa League, a real willingness, I think, to impose themselves on the game. I think that's the big difference. Ellen Road's a huge factor naturally with the atmosphere that you generate there. attacking wise, I mean, I'm not sure if Rafinha is fit, but Dan James definitely is, and he's a player that interests me. I've spoken about West Ham playing with the fullbacks a little bit higher. You look at Aaron Creswell in particular, fantastic in terms of delivery, but athletically, can he deal with a player like Dan James? Is Dan James willing to run off the ball when Leeds have got possession? If he can, then maybe you can create something. I do back West Ham to get back in shape. I think we're getting better and better within this system, if I'm honest. I think it makes it difficult for you. Talking about players that I admire from Leeds, I've spoken about Calvin Phillips. I think he's fantastic with Declan Rice. I think as a double pivot, he's absolutely tremendous to watch for England. And I think they both complement each other incredibly well. Counter pressing, sitting deep, defensively outstanding. Look at Calvin's passing range, Declan's ability to break up play. There's a lot of capabilities there. Difference is we're on different sides of the coin now. Meslier is a fantastic goalkeeper. Sometimes in terms of distribution, I feel it's a bit predictable. He has had mistakes in this game, but as a shot stopper, I think he's top quality. Given his age, he'll only improve. Rafinha, if he's not in this game, helps us out a fair bit. I think Rafinha is a player that probably would work better as a number 10, if I'm honest, in between those spaces, taking on players, shots from distance, unbelievable delivery, even from wide, and we saw that against Newcastle. Rodrigo would be an interesting one for me in the number 9. I haven't seen enough of him, to be fair. I think against Newcastle, the movement was very good. The link-up play with Bamford was very good. I think getting Bamford a little bit further forward on the shoulder is probably what Bielsa wants. So I don't know how that dynamic will change, but certainly you do have good players. Now, I will check my questions, so I ensure that I answer everything that's been asked of me. Predicted 11 for West Ham. I think it will be Fabianski in goal. Areola did well tonight, but I think Fabi will start. Soufal Creswell as your fullbacks, Ogbonna and Zuma, Declan Rice and Thomas Souček as your double pivot. I think we're going to see Fornals on the left, Bowen on the right, Benny at number 10, and Mikel Antonio up front, which is West Ham's strongest 11, I'd argue, probably. Maybe you look at Areola long term, but I think that's the 11 that you're probably going to see from us. Now, score prediction. I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham. I expect West Ham to really impose ourselves on Leeds United and make it difficult and show a more complete performance than we've seen previously. The injuries for you help us massively. I think if we were talking about Bamford fully fit, Llorente, who I think is a fantastic player that just simply doesn't play enough. Robin Koch again's not fit. I think Dallas has been off form this season. I think if we were talking about an informed, fit Leeds team, like we saw at London Stadium last year, you could maybe argue at Ellen Road as well in terms of dominating possession. You cause us issues. But I think in this game, West Ham need to be a little bit more complete. I hope we don't try and play out from the Leeds press. I think it just gives you a little bit of an opportunity higher up, and a player like Rodrigo will thrive on it. Dan James as well. But I think 2-0 West Ham. I think we're too strong. I think we'll be too compact. I think at times we may even give up the midfield, but I think particularly from deep, we'll drive, we'll find the spaces, we'll overload, and defensively, I think it's where you'll come undone. I really, really do. I think you'll struggle against us. We're a different type of team. We're not a conventional team. Our number 9 is not a conventional 9, but the way that we build play is going to cause you problems, and I genuinely hope it does. Listen, I've got a lot of time for Leeds fans and a lot of time for Leeds, I guess, even as a West Ham fan, but I genuinely hope we win this game and we win it comfortably, and I feel relatively confident in saying that. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for having me on the channel, of course. Chatting Leeds, I think is the name. Got that right, hopefully. If not, just edit it out, mate. And take care, everybody. I'll see you all on Saturday.
So then, guys, those are the thoughts of Corey Kemp from the West Ham way. As I said at the beginning, guys, if you agree or if you disagree with anything that Corey's said, hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts on everything that he's just discussed there. And yeah, as I said at the beginning, hopefully Leeds can get our first win of the season, but I'm sure that West Ham will put up a very tough fight for us in order to do that. So if you've enjoyed this video, guys, smash the like button, please subscribe, and I'll be back with my pre-match thoughts on this game tomorrow evening, and I'll see you in that one. Thank you very much.